Hi, this is Tony Calderone again. In my other video about the Bridgeport milling machine, I showed how the drive unit, and how to adjust the speed of the machine, how to take it out of, put it in the low range and high range, and what it takes to do that, and how to adjust the speed, all that kind of stuff that has to be known to run this machine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to explain, try the best I could, because there's so much in this area that it's really, really scary how much stuff is in this area. But, you know, it all kind of makes sense that, I mean, it looks kind of intimidating, but it really, really isn't. One thing I noticed a long time ago, if you stare at a Bridgeport long enough, you'll see that everything kind of makes sense, and it's a solid, real good design. It's years and years of evolution to make this thing what it is. And what I'll do, I want to explain first is, what makes the Bridgeport so unique is that you could set the plane, the plane of the drill or end mill almost in any angle or direction, and actually turret the machine too. Now what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to show you how, and I loosen the screws up here. I loosen this screw and this screw, and that allows the machine to actually telescope in and out for adjustment. And when you telescope in and out for adjustment, it allows you to, and I'll show you here, and everything's real loose here. You never want to run this machine with all these bolts loose, but I made it loose so I could just easily move it by one hand as I hold the camera. So I'm going to do is this. So to telescope this turret thing here, just loosen this, and you just go ahead and just move this out. Move this out. So how easily it goes? Just like that. Like that. It just goes out. It goes out. It's kind of hard to show as this camera, but that's the best I can do. There's that big name Bridgeport. Okay, so that shows it going in and out. Now, what I'm going to show you too is I'm going to show you how, see, this machine's like it's almost like a tank. This is the base of the tank, the drive, and this is the turret, so you can spin and shoot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this, and turn it, see? And I'll pull back and I can show you what I did. I'm going to go in front of the machine. You can see how it's sitting. This is the front of the machine, and the head is swung off to the left, okay? And what I'll do is I can actually kind of grab this. I'm going to grab this right here because it's something like hold on to. And I'm just going to turn it like this, and you can see it turning. You see that? Okay, that's that. Now I'm going to push it back. Okay, you can probably hear a little bit of that noise of how it's turning on it. Okay, that's that. You see that? Okay, so we have now to do that, you have to loosen this bolt up here. This bolt, there's 4 turret bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once those bolts are loose, you can see that. And like I said, you want those bolts tight when you turn this machine on. Not just like for the sake of actually showing you how this works. They are loose, okay? They are loose. So those 4 bolts, and you swing it by hand. There's no how you adjust it is by hand. You just move it by hand. Move it by hand. So I'll put this back on 0. That's not really important. You get it kind of close enough, you know. It's just a reference point. Some of the machines, they used to come with, there'll be a line here, but they put this dot here. I don't know why they put that dot there. I guess it's easier than putting a line, cheaper or whatever like that. So anyhow, so now I'm going to tighten that up. So I'm going to go over here. Just going to tighten this, and you don't tighten them all at once. You have to go around and sort of like when you do when you tighten I guess a crankshaft or something. You don't go down tight on all of them. Okay, so it's about a little bit of pressure. It's about the same amount of pressure there. And come over here. It's really interesting trying to do this and hold the camera at the same time. I'm sure you understand. So that's that. Make it a little tighter there. And come back over here. This may be a little long, might be a little repetitious, but I really want you to understand that you got to tighten this down in just like a nice sequence. Like I said, sort of like tightening down a crankshaft for your car, you know. So, boom and boom. Alright, so that means that the machine can no longer turn. And I'll grab it over here, and it's just not going to move. That's all there is to it. It's not going to move. Now over here, I'm going to adjust the, I think you call this the quill. I don't know what you call it. This goes in and out. So I'm just going to put this on. I think I like it on 3. I'm not sure. It depends. You know, this machine has a little bit of wear on it, so there's like a sweet spot in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and tighten this up. Tighten this by hand, my finger. And there's only on, that's only on this side here. There, you don't have to go on both sides of the machine to tighten that. I'm going to have to make this video over again because I'm all over the place with my camera and eyes, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Okay, now that means that the machine is locked. It cannot advance forward or backwards, and you come over here and try to get on it, it's not going to move. So okay, that's locked. It's a nice position. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have a digital readout on the machine. Years ago when I started, there was no such thing as a digital readout. They were very, I don't know, very expensive or very old, whatever like that. Because I started in the early or late 70s. So, before it used to do all your counting, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And that represents the screw for the tables. I think there's so every here's the whatchamacallit. This I have to make this video over again. This is really not going in the right direction. We'll see. Like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's how we used to count in the olden days. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Same thing with this thing here. Here we go. Set a 0 here. Which, like I said, it's kind of difficult with this one hand, but I'm going to come over here. In the olden days, you just set a 0 there. And lock this up. And you go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I probably got a little screwed up there, but that's the idea how that used to be in the olden days. Everything was counting, you know. And there's no digital readout for the knee, bringing the knee up and down. So, but it really helped a lot with the accuracy, having a digital readout. And also, this digital readout has a bolt circle feature, which is pretty convenient because in the olden days, you just went ahead and just go in the machinist's handbook. I used to know that page by heart. And they would show the distance between the holes, be 3 hole, 4 hole, 5 hole, 6 hole. I think all the way up to 12 holes. And you'd have the value, you would have a value between holes, and you'd multiply it by the diameter of the bolt circle, and that's how you would get your holes. And that was interesting. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of multiplying, and you put these papers, put all those numbers down and try to keep track of it and everything. But this makes it a lot simpler with this bolt circle feature. So, okay, I'm going to stop this because I'm going to really try to think about how I'm going to do this next part here.